Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's restaurant networking group, Friday morning at 11 o'clock. My name's Howard Appel. I'm the founder and publisher of today's restaurant. We are a group of restaurant vendors who are here to help each other grow our businesses. And if there's any restaurant owner, manager, or chef that is having a problem that they need help with, we're here to help. And if you want to reach us, give us a call at 561 620 8888. We'll go to our website at trnusa.com and take a look at our YouTube channel, which is accessible through our website at trnusa.com. And while you're there, click on the subscribe button and give us a like. That'll help us grow the channel. So, good morning, everybody, and welcome. I think everybody's in the holiday mood a week before.
Right?
The earlier group disappeared. I don't know what happened.
They were all in Chicago for the show.
That's right.
Oh, it's the NRA show. That's right.
Yes, there were a lot of people there. People told.
Yeah, I think, like we were talking before, there's no meeting next week. On the 23rd, there's no meeting. That's the Memorial Day weekend. And we will pick it up again on May 30th. Does anybody have any information or good and welfare they want to talk about before we start doing our intros? Helen?
There is an event at the Loft Hotel in downtown Delray on Tuesday, May 20th. We'll be there. Other chamber members will be there. It's free to attend. And I also wanted to thank Melina Oliva for pushing out our new account with Clover very quickly over the weekend, and it helped us a lot. So thank you.
Great. And we have to pressure Joemi to do a presentation on artificial intelligence. He's the expert. All right, let's do our intros and then we'll get into something afterwards. Steve, why don't you start us off?
Yes, good morning, everyone. Steve Geller, Leasing Solutions, Palisades, New York. I'm in the commercial finance business, mainly equipment financing. I've been doing it for many years. I have access to funding for lots of different businesses, lots of different credit ratings, different size deals, 5,000 to 2 million plus. I do mostly equipment, as I said. I do working capital, invoice, factoring, SBA loans. I could be reached at 845-362-6106. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Randy.
Good morning, everybody. Let me get on camera here. Good morning, everybody. Randy Pumputis here with Heartland Payroll. I'm over here in Tampa, Florida. Not sure if you all watch Fox News, but I attended a business broker meeting, Trans World Advisors, part of my franchise group. Surprisingly enough, hospitality is it, right? So they get into business and there's exit strategies. There was over 400 business brokers attending this conference. So hopefully some of those folks will join us on the call. I did bring it up on the networking process. So Heartland Payroll, we are a Fortune 500 payroll and processing company. We specialize in everything from one-person payrolls, mom and pops, multiple IDs, and of course, franchising groups. So you can reach me at 585-622-2993. Again, shout out to Azalea. A couple more referrals coming in on the POS side. Thank you so much. Truly appreciate you.
Okay, thank you. Let's go to Terry Ark. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday, and looking forward to having an extra day off next week. Um, I am Creative Business Impressions. I have been in the promotional products industry for 22 years now. Started my own company in 2018. So I provide anything that you can possibly think of that you want to put your company logo on. I got a new product that just came in, I was impressed by this mainly because of what this stuff is made of. If you can take a look at the picture in the background, these are unbreakable glassware. It's USA made. It's unbreakable design. The logos can be done in laser or a digital print, which does not come off in the dishwasher. It's made from plants and not petroleum. It is not biodegradable, but they are recyclable. So, and they're made to last for years. And what they're saying is that there is no waste, no glass shards, no worries, zero forever chemicals. So it's safe for you, your family, and the planet. I just thought that was a cool idea. And I have a catalog if anyone is interested in seeing what it looks like. Just shoot me an email, terry.arke@outlook.com. And my phone number is 561-308-1393.
That's awesome. Hey Terry, can I just put a little side note in here? I met the CEO and CFO of SimGlass at the Fully Promoted Show in Fort Worth. Ben, awesome. super great guy. He's actually going to use us for payroll. Okay. If you don't have a direct relationship with him, I'll be more than happy to introduce you to you.
Okay, cool.
He's got offices, a production plant in South Florida, Nashville, and of course overseas.
Yeah, I just got this yesterday. I thought this was so cool.
Awesome. Yeah. He's a great person, great company. Glad you're using him.
Thank you. Thank you for the shout out.
Okay, thank you. Nancy, good morning.
Good morning. I'm Nancy Slotnick. I'm based in New York City, and my company is based in Korea, but I'm in charge of sales for launching in this country a robotic burger grill that automates grill cooking and removes the patties when they're done, and also it's self-scraping, so it makes labor intensity easier on the employees and allows burger franchises to save on labor and operations costs. And I put my info in the chat. The company is called Aniai, which nobody ever knows how to pronounce, but it's like an AI machine. And my number is 917-701-3104. It's been really great comparing notes with other salespeople in this group, learning how they target new restaurants and so forth. And also, thank you, Terry. I got a care package this week from Terry of all the different promotional items that she sells for.
Well, I have over 1 million products, so it was only
okay, and not all of them, yeah. But a good amount of them, enough that it filled up my desk, and I brought some home, the ones that were good for my refrigerator and stuff at home. So thank you, and that's awesome.
Okay, thank you. Jeff, good morning.
Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Jeff from Plastridge Insurance. Plastridge is a 106-year-old privately held agency based out of Delray Beach, Florida. We work with over 500 restaurants throughout the country, but mostly in Florida. We have access to every insurer in the state, so giving more options to your clients or any restaurant owners. So if you have anybody that might be interested in a policy review to make sure that they have all the corners covered, I'd be happy to do that for them. So just give me a shout. My cell phone number is 310-625-3390, or you can reach me on my email, jwells@plastridge.com.
Okay, thank you. Leah, good morning.
Good morning, team. I answered to whatever Howard calls me. My name is Cecilia. I am a business broker and commercial realtor in South Florida. I didn't check this week, but as of last week, we had 40 restaurants that we were selling. We sell them as sale of assets, which is basically permits, licenses, furniture, fixtures, equipment. I just did that 2 days ago. I sold an Italian restaurant in Miramar.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So that was just a sale of assets. These guys are keeping the same name, keeping the same concept, but they're injecting fresh blood in there. So I invited them to the meeting. I'll connect them with some of you guys. God willing, you guys can work with them. And then we also solve the entire business if there's financials and there's something a little bit more to sell. And then with the commercial side, we also help your clients find a commercial space that has some kind of infrastructure that will shorten, especially I work in South Florida. And Miami-Dade, if you have issues with the grease trap, it's like 6 months. Or if you have to do a brand new, it's like a year, 2 years. And this isn't like hearsay, it's what's happening to my clients. So if we can find them a space that's second generation, every Tuesday I meet with my team and we go over second generation spaces and we match it to clients that might be looking for that. So yeah, that's what I do. I find a home for your restaurant. And my cell phone is 786-457-2796.
Okay, and those 3 people that you asked me if they could come, I sent them invitations.
Yeah, I texted him. I was like, "Hey, we're on," and he sent me a picture of the restaurant. The walls are white, and he's on a ladder. He's like, "Impossible!" Like they're there. They're like, so he's gonna come. He's gonna come for next week. He said, "I'll
Okay.
try for
The
next
week after.
I'll keep them on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll keep them on the list.
Definitely,
Thank you, Azalea.
Thank you.
of course."
But 2 weeks from now, you probably get at least 25, 30 people to come.
I'll try.
Dyson, good morning.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Happy May to everyone here. I'm with the Birthday Club, founder of it. The Birthday Club is a solution that drives not traffic, but more butts and seats to local area restaurants through gifting. And it's very simple. They sign up, we create a gift for them and send it out to our entire database that's near to their restaurant of 25 to 70-year-old people within 5 to 15 miles of the restaurant. What's it do? Puts people in their seats. Average ticket, about $125 per ticket. So if any of you know of a restaurant, not that's struggling, but wants more customers and really has a great menu, we're definitely here to help them get more traffic. But more importantly, sorry, I can't compete with a fire truck. But anyway, more importantly, we like to gift people on their birthday. Howard has a birthday coming up. Maybe we can help him get a gift. You can reach me at 352-565-4307. Jointhebirthdayclub.com is our website. Check it out. And all of you have a birthday, feel free, text me at 352-565-4307 with your birth dates and who you are, and I'll be sure to help you get a birthday gift.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's go to Joemi. Good morning.
Good morning. Happy Friday. My name is Joemi, and I'm with DV Studio, and we specialize in restaurant interiors branding. And our specialty is F&B. So we do remodels, we brand and rebrand brands. And also we work on franchises, on franchising them, rolling them out, and scaling the concepts. If any of you have any client that doesn't have to be a full remodel, but if they need anything from an assessment of any area that needs to be updated or a new furniture package or lighting package, or maybe they have an area that they don't know what the budget needs to be, but then needs to be updated. We can definitely work with any of that. So think of us as an extension, and my personal cell number, if you need to call, let's ask anything in regards of how you can help a client and how we can assist you to help them. It's 407-496-3288, and the QR code is here, and I know it's going to be on the list from Howard. So that's pretty much it. We do just the whole 9 yards from A to Z on interiors and branding. So we specialize in a little more than just interiors. We really work with creating brands or updating them. Thanks.
Thank you. Matt, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Azalea, do you work I'm in the Sarasota, Tampa market. Do you work up here at all? Maybe you could help me with a recommendation. I have a client right now. I have a candidate who is trying to get a job. I'm trying to put him in with a job with as a VP of Steak and Shake. Yet he still owns a franchise in Tampa, and of course they don't want to start the interview section. And they really like the guy until he sells his restaurant. So I was wondering if I could maybe find some way to help him sell his franchise of a pizza restaurant. If you have any ideas, please send them my way. Anyway, as that introduction, I'm Matt Freed. I'm a recruiter with EHS Recruiting Company. We've been recruiting in hospitality, helping companies grow, helping people grow their careers for over 30 years now. Past 10 years, we've been branching out to C-suite level people and salespeople and healthcare and engineering and law. So we deal with people. So anytime anybody, any of your clients or anyone needs people, then I'm the person to call. We're the company. We are all over the country and have a lot of boots on the ground in Florida. Reach me 941-993-7610.
Your possible client, we could do an email blast for them trying to sell Iona.
Yes, working with the powers that be.
Industry. Okay, Melina, good morning.
Hi, good morning, everyone. As I mentioned, I am filling in for our CEO, Jose Molina, with Direct Processing Network. I'm the COO. So I'm his right-hand woman. And basically what we specialize in is point of sale systems and payment solutions for restaurants and hospitality. So really our main goal is to not only just present our restaurant clients with a one size fits all point of sale solution. We know that businesses, especially restaurants, they have different concepts, different sizes. Some might be a quick service, some might be service where they need things like pay at the table. They might need a KDS system for their kitchen. They might need some mobile solutions. Maybe they're taking delivery orders, things like that. So, point of sale is very important. Having the right one is very important. We go into a lot of restaurants today and they may have, systems that are disconnected. They have their point of sale system, but then they have their payments separate. So, when it comes to consolidation, they're kind of all over the place. And restaurant owners have enough things to juggle, as we know. So being able to really streamline the process for them is our main goal. And again, finding that solution that really works for their specific restaurant and their specific services that they're wanting, as well as, of course, lowering their payments. So that way, it's another one less thing that they have to worry about as prices go up with everything, but especially with food costs and labor costs. Being able to save our clients money is something that we really pride ourselves in as well. So that way they can continue to thrive and grow. We help whether it's one restaurant or franchises, whether it's here in Florida, we also help. We are in around 35 different states right now, helping different restaurants, as well as Puerto Rico and Canada. So if you guys have any clients that you might know that really need help getting a solution fast, as Helen mentioned, and getting something that's going to fit their specific business model, then please contact Direct Processing Network. My name is Melina Oliva. You can reach me at 855-955-6111. And our email is info@directprocessingnetwork.com. Thank you.
Thank you. John Bond, good morning.
Good morning. Happy Friday. My name is John Bunham with the Bun Company. We manufacture the machine that ties the twine around bakery boxes and pork roast and beef roast. Most people don't realize, or most restaurant owners don't realize, 80% of the delivery drivers, the third parties, admit to eating the food they deliver. We can help you. We can secure the food. The bun knot is a secure knot that cannot be duplicated by hand. give us a shout at 1-800-222-BUN, B-U-N-N. Our website is buntyco.com, and our email is info@buntyco.com. Thank you.
Thank you. Jerry, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. My name is Jerry Manguel, and I am with a company called the Restaurant Store. The Restaurant Store is underneath the umbrella of Clark Associates. Clark Associates is a Forbes magazine highlighted company, family owned, and also part underneath that umbrella is also a company called Webstaurant. We are the largest equipment and smallwares dealer in the country. We have 11 brick and mortar stores up in the Northeast. We just opened up about 8 months ago a store in Orlando, and we're building more stores in Florida, Davie, Tampa, as well as Jacksonville. We sell anything, obviously, equipment, smallwares, shelf-stable food, canned products, disposables, and we're here for all different types of restaurants. My contact information is G Mangual, Mangual, at the Restaurant Store. My number is 717-823-7866. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Helen, we didn't get a formal introduction from you before.
No, you didn't.
Let's do it now.
Okay, hi. My name is Helen Gottesman. My husband and I started Delicious Spoonfuls, which is a mobile ice cream cart business. We're a nonprofit, and we train and employ people with intellectual and developmental disabilities to work at our events. And we're looking to find more events that we can do locally in South Florida. If you have any ideas, very reasonably priced, starting at just $299. And we would love to meet with you, talk with you, etc. You can reach us at deliciousspoonfuls.org, Helen at deliciousspoonfuls.org, or at my phone number, 561-676-2078. Thank you.
Hey, thank you. And Chris and Kevin. I saved you guys for last for a reason.
Oh, you do. Morning. We are strategic supply chain partners. We are a outsourced purchasing consultant for our clients. We work on a contingency basis, helping them find savings in their procurement programs. We negotiate improved distribution agreements, manufacturer direct pricing. We can work with food, beverage, linen, equipment companies, utility companies, on and on and on. We just did a report for one of our clients, lifetime 356% return on investment, what they pay us compared to what we've been able to deliver in savings. For this particular client, that also equates to you get 190 years of collective restaurant experience, VP level, C-suite level expertise for less than the cost of a typical director of purchasing in the restaurant industry. So we can be that. Howard and Terry post all our contact info. Y'all can connect with us anytime you want to. I know that Kevin has set up relationships with several people here that are going extremely well. By the way, we have a great referral program. You get 10% of whatever our fees are if we find savings for a client for the lifetime of any contract we put somebody in. Kevin, anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, I do, Chris. I just wanted to shout out. I had an opportunity to go down to Miami this week and go attend the IFA show at Miami Beach Convention Center. I met Azalia and Jomi live and in person. So yes, they are real. Yeah. They're not robots. They're not AI. They're actual human beings. And we had a wonderful show, a wonderful time together. And frankly, it was one of the best shows I've had the opportunity to attend. There was a lot of restaurant franchisors there. So actually we got quite a few leads. And then Azalia, thank you again for the 4 different restaurant groups that you put me in front of last week, 3 of which I'm going to be able to meet with again this week. So Appreciate that very much. The wonderful thing about the networking group here is we all can share, and we do, and have great opportunities to help each other achieve additional relationships with other clients and ourselves. So thank you for all of that, and everybody that's on the call. I appreciate you. If you want to find out more about SSCP, give me a call, 407-497-9495. Want to work with everybody here. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend.
I was going to ask you about that show. I know you sent us a photo.
Yeah.
Was that show that was for all types of franchises, correct?
Yeah, it was, but there was a pretty heavy concentration of restaurant companies there. And then, there was a good amount of support companies for the hospitality industry. And Friday and Saturday, they had the show. I went on Friday and it was kind of quiet. I was kind of surprised because I'd gone to the business expo the day before as well. It was pretty busy. There was only one restaurant hospitality company there. But from when I was talking to some of the attendees and some of the companies that were displaying their companies, they said Saturday is like the crazy busy. So Friday was good because for me anyway, it was good because they were kind of bored, I guess. So you had a chance to go up and not just say hello and talk for a second or two. They actually wanted to have long, engaging conversations. So I found out a lot about each of those companies that I had a chance to talk with. I'll let Azalea and Joey jump in and add to that if they want to.
Can I add something in too? I missed this one, but because I had a conflict, but they used to have what I used to call the International Franchise Association Bible, and it was a book that was like an inch thick of all of the franchises all over the world with their contact information, who does what it takes to be part of a franchise, what it takes to purchase one. So I don't know what they're doing online, but they used to have it in a book that you could just take from one of the shows. So if you go onto their website, you might be able to find out how you can get in contact with the right people in the franchisor end.
They didn't. I didn't see that book there. They handed out.
I don't think
they
they
handed
do
out a small pamphlet, but
yeah, I don't know if they do the book anymore, but they probably have it on their website.
Yeah. Thanks, Terry. It was good. I'll go again for sure.
Yeah.
I saw a big book by the entrance, Kevin. But I was like, I'll get it on my way out because that looks heavy, and then I forgot. So that must be what you're talking about. It was big.
I must have walked right past it.
It
was from the organization. Like the guys that put it together had a booth, and they had a bunch of those big books.
Somebody needs to grab that one. Yeah.
Thank you for letting us know.
Yeah.
Hey guys, can I bring something up? Last week I was speaking with a LinkedIn expert. We were talking about our social media presence in this. And I asked him about food shows and the best way to prepare. And we as a group, and we're looking forward to our food show this year, where we can, the idea is for us to get the list of all the people that will be attending that show. And we usually get that list of all the companies that are attending. And each of us kind of want to reach out to the people that are there. So if we start doing this months before the show and we're all reaching out and letting them know where we're going to be and where we're going to be, we're going to be rock stars by the time we get there. Everybody's going to know somebody, everyone's going to know us. People are going to be able to meet people that we've been on contact with LinkedIn. And the fact that all of us are doing it, we can kind of do it as a group, as a group through the page. So it's a great way to make yourself prepare for a food show. And so you're doing your networking, you're doing your network before you even get there.
Right.
That is a
Good
great
job, Matt.
idea.
Good job. Yeah, what I do, just to echo that, Matt, is I do the same thing. Even if I like last year's list, I combine it with this year's list, tell them, what booth we're at, who's also joining us, a spotlight there, maybe even our takeaway as to, what breakout session you might want to attend. So it's chock full of like information. And then we say to them, hey, if you want more butts in your seats, let's connect. And we don't just send it once, we send it in progression. So, if it's 3 months before, we send one the first month. If it's 2 months before, we send two. If it's three, we send every single week an update.
We promote the show as well, and this year we will promote our aisle.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we do that. I just wanted, Kevin, did you find that when you spoke to the people in the booth, they were receptive to what you were saying? Because usually the guy in the booth or the woman in the booth are trying to sell the franchises. They're not the ones who are going to make that decision for you.
Yeah. There was some of that. There were some companies that, they didn't want to talk about nothing other than what they were selling.
Sure.
And then there was a few companies that were incredibly arrogant and egotistic and wanted to tell me all about who they are and where they came from and why we're not going to ever talk with them again.
Nice.
And then there was a lot of companies that once they found out what we're doing, they were like, oh my gosh, I've been looking for a company like you guys. And so it went into a whole different vein of conversation. And I've always been, kind of quirky that I am. I've always been interested in how people just start giving you all kinds of information if you just ask a question and listen.
Sure.
You start learning a lot about companies and people within companies based on just letting them get whatever they're talking about out. So I learned a lot about a lot of people and a lot of companies without having to do a lot of legwork. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then one company I went to, they're a PEO. And as I'm talking to one of the gentlemen there, he goes, oh, my buddy over here, his wife owns a restaurant group up in West Palm, and she would love to talk to you. So then I kind of shifted my attention over to him, started talking to him. He told me his whole life story about McDonald's and his wife and what she's doing. And so I got their card. I actually called them this morning. So it's good. I think it's fun to first off meet everybody that's on this call live and in person. That's always, neat. And then, sharing time and then going out and seeing what's out there. So a lot of people are looking for help. That's the bottom line of it. And, they're all struggling with purchasing. They're all struggling with human resources. Those were probably the two big topics that consistently came out across. So anything that we can do to help with clients, potential clients we have to make their life easier and save them more money, I think they're going to be very receptive to.
Kevin, I don't know if you're aware, but they typically have a supplier section over there at the show. And if you end up being a supplier and get a booth over there, you have the opportunity to network with them, with the franchisors at other opportunities. I think it would be awesome for you guys to have that opportunity, because I think there's so many of them there that you'd be able to help. But you get to network like a 5 o'clock meeting where they have like networking and things like that. They have that opportunity.
Thanks, Terry, for that nugget there. I'll certainly pursue that. You go to shows and you're not really sure what's going to happen. So I would, like I said, I would attend this one again. But there was quite a few companies that were coming in from South America or in Australia that have no presence yet here.
Yeah.
They have one company has 325 restaurants in Mexico and Chile. They're trying to sell 2 restaurant concepts here in the U.S. One guy they have 100 restaurants in Australia. They're trying to start their business here. So there was a lot of that. I guess I kind of expected some of that being in Miami Beach, but there was more there of that kind of people presenting than I would have thought there'd be.
If you don't mind,
yeah, it was great to meet Celia and Kevin in person. I forgot to mention that. It was a great show to walk it.
Great. It was great.
I just wanted to say that for Kevin, sorry, is that we've done several we've exhibited at several different shows and things like that. So you mentioned Kevin calling the person right away that you met that would be a good connection for you. So I was just gonna say that in terms of what we found a lot of success in is, yes, all of the things that you guys mentioned beforehand, making sure to send emails and connect with them ahead of time and let them know where you're gonna be. Also scheduling appointments, give yourself like specific, let's say set up like or whatever it is for the event and have people schedule appointments specifically for timeframes. But also going back to my point, what Kevin said, what's even more important is up after the event. So make sure that you guys have reach out emails set up just in general, but also to the specific people that you want to reach back out to because they meet, as you guys know, we meet so many different people, whether you're just walking the event or you're exhibiting. It's hard to keep track of everyone. You know, you have these pile of swag and all of these brochures and stuff. So that reintroduction is how we've seen a lot of success when we exhibit at these events or when we've just kind of walked the floor and even received emails from people that we met, you know, at our booth. So that's definitely just wanted to say that to keep in mind for everybody.
That's awesome. For those of you who were not in the group last year for the Florida show, our group had an aisle. We had 10 booths at the show last year, and we're looking forward to having at least 10 this year, maybe 12, depending on some of the newer members. So if you were interested in taking a booth at the show or part of a booth, I'm going to send you a spreadsheet where you can add your name and the size of the booth. It'll have the sizes on it, just as an indication as to whether you're interested in doing it with us. It was great last year. We were bouncing people off each other, and it's always good when you can always recommend somebody at the show. Like you said, Melina, it's you got to keep track of the people. Yeah. It's a stack of cards from
One of
last
my
year's
recruiters was taking pictures with them. Like, oh, let me get a picture with you. So they'd get a picture of them, and then they'd send the picture to them. So we'd have their phone number would be in our phone, and there'd be a picture of them. So that was one of the way he kept track. He had like 50 photographs of people.
That's great.
After the show.
Yeah. All right. So I'll send that out. You can indicate what you want to do. I didn't call on Terry yet, did I?
Oh, I was hoping you'd forget.
All right, forget it.
What I was going to also say, John Bunn and Howard are working together on this show this year. John is doing a phenomenal job on getting us the discounted prices. So he and Howard work together. If you want a booth, let either of them know and the size and if you want to share. And then as many as we get, obviously the cost goes down. And John is being terrific again this year and handling a big part of that for us. Also, I wanted to say, as a member of the Florida Restaurant Show, we are in touch with many of the people that have been exhibiting, as we've been there almost 30 years now.
About 32 years I've been at that show. More.
Okay. All right. So every year, and we always put a table out with this cute little basket that I have. It's a grocery basket, but it's only like that big. And everybody puts their cards in and they stop and we have sign-up forms. So we take all of those and I put them into a database, and that way we have everybody that's walked by, we'll bring them into the booth. And our booth is always packed, and the people that were there last year can testify to that. John was across the booth, the aisle with his son. They did phenomenal. They had people over there looking at the little tabletop machine, which was great. We had an excellent show. It's so big. It's going to be 3 days this year back again. So really consider that show. It is huge. You're getting all of the people you're trying to reach coming in, not only from Florida, but from the southern states to that show. So it's pretty big. And another little tidbit, what I do with my group, I have people that will, like the National Restaurant Show, you can go on to their exhibitor list. A lot of them have Facebook pages, and you can get the information of who owns it, the email address, and it's a timely thing, but you can get everyone on there, and that's what we are in the process of doing. So,
Ellen, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, relating to what was brought up before on the networking, whether you are doing it at a show or any other opportunity, people want to talk about themselves and they have their spiel of what they want to talk about for their business. But if you can redirect it to have them talk about anything else, you find out more about them and more ways that you can help them, even if it's to recommend, oh, you need somebody that does this, that, or the other thing for your business. I know people.
Right.
Suddenly
Well,
you're helping to them.
Last year, remember, we were
right.
We
but
were,
not just in this, but other people, whether
right.
it's your neighbors, your brother-in-law, something, people and you become their helper, and then they remember you as the person who recommended Joe Schmo to them.
And you also keep business cards of people,
of course,
group that can't attend. I will take their business cards, and anybody that might need something, if they have a booth, I'll walk them over there. If they don't have a booth, I will tell them who it is, give them a business card, and write something so that they know to call immediately. And that always works. Gets a lot of sales.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So being a national sales manager for 10 years in California taught me a lot. So I've been doing trade shows for a very long time. But what I do here with my team is gather leads for the month. 12 lead reports a year, every year for the past 7, 8, 9 years. Our biggest fan is the FRA. They get a lot of their members from our group, their lead reports that they get every month. So that is vital to them, as you get the owners' names, phone numbers, email addresses, name of the establishments, and the people that we're talking about, the companies coming into the U.S. I know who some of those are because my list says first in the U.S. and it tells you where they're based: Argentinian based, Chile based, Mexico based, whatever. So you have that, and you know where the corporate office is because you have the number on the report. So it comes in an Excel spreadsheet. A lot of people are already getting it in both groups. Anybody that doesn't have it and wants a sample, Terry at trnusa.com, and I'll send it out to you. And see if we can get more butts in those seats.
That's right.
And Jerry, congratulations on being like that major, good grief. I mean, you've got a lot on your nationwide and the largest. Holy cow. And we still need to get down there and do a meeting there. I really want to do that. So I'm looking very forward to it. And Kevin, there's no way everybody shouldn't be doing that. We talk about it. I have a couple of your cards still. I'm almost out of them, I think. But yes, absolutely. I know Jeff is in the process of getting the leads now, and we just have a great group, and we're super proud of our group, and we talk you up to everyone. So major congrats. Howard's done a phenomenal job of getting this group done. I never could have done it. It's he gets full credit for all this. So welcome everyone, and we're very happy to have each and every one of you. I just want
you go, Howard. Don't break that arm, man.
Oh,
reach.
He already trust me many times. No,
right.
Look, we're all in it together. We couldn't do it without each other, and that's the name of the team. That's why we're here, to help each other.
We got to work on Nancy's robot. That robotic arm. Dang, that thing's a big deal, and that thing better be being shown at the show, because I'll tell you what, with all those restaurants, and some of their badges, that's not who they are. They'll act like they're not the owners, but they are.
But they are.
Yeah,
that's
it's
right.
True. Some of the people from the big companies like Aramark and Sodexo that everyone wants to talk to, they put their badges backwards.
Yeah.
So you can't tell.
So they're into a lot of the airlines and the hotels. You want to get into the major, the major burger corps. Like you said, if you could get into McDonald's, holy crap, that's a game changer for everyone, especially scraping the grills and, all that. So, and Helen, I know people support you left and right. So we do the best we can. And Steve had a presence in our paper, and anybody can go online and read it, as he was given a major award. And very proud of him. Just everyone, just a great group of people. And
well, I was going to start a topic, but there's no time for it right now. That's why I was holding.
You were going to start a
I was
topic.
holding Kevin and Chris back, but we'll do it on the 30th, perhaps.
Okay, sounds like a deal.
So we're going to call it quits for today, and unless somebody else has something else they want to bring up. If not, have a great weekend. No meeting next week.
Happy Memorial Day, everyone.
And I'll see you
That's right.
in a week.
I also wanted to do a real quick shout out to everyone. Tomorrow's Dyson's birthday. If you know him, just say hi. So
tomorrow,
where is he going to eat?
Happy birthday, Dyson.
Where are you going to eat?
Happy birthday, Dyson.
Happy birthday, Dyson.
Go
I'll tell you
you,
about some
everyone.
great restaurants that'll give you a free meal if you join the birthday club.
Yeah.
Right, I'm actually going to
That was
Impanema
good.
and then to
That's
the
good.
lodge and then to Benihana's all in this weekend.
My guy, that's my style.
That's right.
Benihana does it?
What's that?
Benihana gives you a freebie?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes,
All right,
sir.
Terry, that's where we're going.
Yep, and then Benihana is an amazing, not Benihana, but Impanema is one of our customers. They're an amazing Brazilian steakhouse. And then the lodge is just this really cool place. Downstairs is food. Then there's a bar / dance hall upstairs. Then there's a speakeasy. And then there's this really, really cool quaint lounge upstairs. So they're going to be celebrating.
We met our granddaughter there. We drove up when she was.
There you go.
Yeah, for sure. That's a great place.
Yeah. Well, when you guys come up, let me know and I'll get you a dinner over at Impanema.
Well, you just go put your butt in one of those seats and be happy.
I'm going to. I'm going to. I plan on it.
And when you all come back a week from Friday, that'll be Howard's birthday on the 30th.
That's right. Howard, I'm ready for you, buddy.
Got to put his butt in his seat.
I don't know if I'm ready for it. All right. See you in a couple of weeks. Let the sauce.
Bye, guys.